Hey, what's going on guys? Tony here. So I've been doing some research about my next video on the credit card tier ranking system, and then I discovered a few of the most exclusive credit cards in Canada. In fact, two of these cards I haven't even seen before. So I decided to do more digging, and this is what I found. They actually all look really cool, so I decided to make a video on this, and today I present to you the three most prestigious credit cards in Canada. I will be breaking down each of these cards in terms of how to qualify for them and the overall perks that come with the card, as well as the fees and the annual fees that's associated with the cards as well. Be a card each from Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. If you're new here, my name is Tony. Welcome to the channel. On this channel, we talk about personal finance, sales, and entrepreneurship, and we upload 2 to 3 times a week on videos that's designed to add value to your life. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, and while you're at it, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Some people play the credit card game so that they can maximize their value so their dollar can take them further, and some people simply like to just flex with these metal prestigious looking credit cards at restaurants. And for some, credit cards are simply about a personalized service and a status symbol. So these top 3 most exclusive credit cards are definitely not for your average Joe.
And by the way, if your name is Joe, please do not click off this video for the YouTube algorithm. I repeat, do not click off this video for the YouTube algorithm.
They are created for the elite. Number 1 credit card on the list is the RBC Visa Infinite Privilege. Right over here. Private banking. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the good looks of this card. To qualify for this card, you must be a RBC private banking client, and to be an RBC private banking client, you must have a net worth of $3 million, making it a $3 million credit card. Or the alternative is having $1 million as investable assets with RBC. What's so special about this credit card versus the mass market version that has a household income requirement of $200,000 instead? Looking through their website, it looks like there's absolutely no differences except having an access to their team called, quote, lifestyle managers. I mean, if they're wealthy enough to value their time more than their money to that point, then it might just make sense for the lifestyle managers to make more sense instead of the reward points that they would be getting. I could be wrong about this one due to the lack of information out there I found, but what I found out there is it looks like this card doesn't actually have a sign-up bonus versus the Avion version, which has a 25,000 point sign-up bonus at the time of the recording of this video. And also, both of these cards looks like have a $399 annual fee. Next credit card is the Centurion, otherwise known as the Black Card by American Express. This card is actually so secretive, there's very little information about it out there except by its actual card holders. There's 2 versions of this card, the personal and the business version, and American Express doesn't advertise this card whatsoever. And this card is meant to be an invite-only card only for the highest net worth of individuals as well as celebrities. I think the marketing they do, or the non-marketing of marketing they do, is absolutely genius. Instead of a credit card just getting shoved down your throat like those scummy credit card companies, this card is positioned to be a highly prestigious credit card only for the elite with a hint of mystery in there. It's sort of like Apple. Right? Apple positions themselves as a product that is high-end and highly desired by the people, and with a hint of mystery because nobody really knows what exactly they're releasing. So in a way, this is such genius marketing with a hint of mystery which sparks desire. Qualify for this card, it's rumored that you must spend about $250,000 a year on your other American Express cards, for example, or most of the time it would be the AMEX Platinum and the AMEX Business Platinum, just because there's 2 versions of this card. You also need to have a considerable amount of net worth. Now, knowing these facts, or these rumors per se, The business card is actually not that bad and quite obtainable, because if you think about it, if you run a business has a high overhead, for example ad spend, if you just run all of those spend through your credit card, it actually adds up really quickly, right? All you have to do is put all your expenses on that credit card, versus the personal version. In order for you to hit $250,000 in personal spend, that's in a whole nother world, right? That's a tad bit a little too high. And it's also requiring you to spend this kind of money over a certain number of years rather than just 1 year. So you can't just go out there and buy a Rolls Royce with your credit card and call it a day, right? That's not gonna work. So this credit card has an initiation fee of $5,000 and has an annual fee of $2,500. The biggest perk of this card is also known for its service, the legendary concierge service by the Centurion. There's been rumored that there are some crazy things done by the concierges to service these card members, and also you get better elite status with these hotel chains and those these airlines. So overall, with the black card, you're going to be getting a more personalized service on a personal level rather than the platinum card. What we know, these earning ratios are actually exactly the same than the platinum counterparts. And again, no sign of bonus, because these kind of people probably don't really value that. They rather value like a personalized service, and they value their time a little bit more than, you know, the points that you have to spend a pretty long time researching with which route will work. And if your kind of net worth is up there like that, you're probably already buying business class flights, first class flights, or in some cases even private jets. Lastly, we have the HSBC World Elite MasterCard. Not just any HSBC World Elite MasterCard, not even the Premier. We got the JADE HSBC World Elite MasterCard. Like the Centurion, this is a metal credit card, and in order for you to qualify, you need to be a JADE member, which sounds gangsta as f. Imagine you're at a restaurant, the waiter goes, "Yo, where'd you get that card, bro?" You just lean in and be like, "Low key, I'm a JADE member." To qualify, you need $1 million of investable assets with the HSBC private bank, which I guess they refer to as the JADE, which I still think sounds gangsta as fuck. The next step down would be the HSBC Premier World Elite, the normal version, which, or I mean, there's two versions of that, but the Premier, which requires a $80,000 a year of annual income. Just like the Rogers World Elite MasterCard, which was featured. Oh, by the way, if you haven't watched that video, go link down in the description or above to watch that video on the top 5 best credit cards in Canada for cashback. This card actually has some really good benefits. So it has a $299 annual fee, which can be waived if you're just the JADE member. So I'm just assuming that's going to get waived, which is going to take it down to a $0 annual fee. And it comes with a $200 annual travel enhancement travel credit. So what that literally means is if you travel at all, you're essentially getting paid $200 a year to keep that credit card. Like American Express, this card gives you some of the statuses with its travel partners, and also it gives you lounge key access, which is a airport lounge program by MasterCard, in which its counterpart also gives you the access to, but they charge you a $32 per person per time, in which this card can get you unlimited. And you can also bring one guest and it's all free. Obviously the second guest would be $32, which I think it's actually worth the price, considering if you're stuck at an airport for, let's say, I don't know, like 2 hours or something, I'd rather pay and go and have a nice meal, you know, buffet style, and possibly have a drink, refreshen up, instead of just being stuck at those airport benches. Out of these cards, I actually think this credit card has the most value potential, especially you're pretty much getting paid $200 a year just to keep this credit card. And also with the airport lounge program, again, it's for you and one guest, which is pretty good. I mean, it's not as much as the American Express program where you can get into those Centurion lounges, those partnered lounges, as well as Priority Pass. However, I wouldn't complain because it's free. So there you have it, the top 3 most exclusive credit cards in Canada of 2020. And it's really hard to rank them. I mean, it's really hard to put a value between something like a quote lifestyle manager to a Centurion concierge to just a overall card which you literally get paid to have. So my question to you guys is, if you can get one of these cards, which one would it be? And only one. Which one would it be? Comment down below and let us know your thoughts. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe down below and hit that bell notification, because on this channel we upload 2 to 3 times a week on topics of personal finance, sales, and entrepreneurship, and it will be videos that add value to your life. So you don't want to miss out. With that being said, as always, I hope you have a great day. Peace.